In this lesson, I'm going to show you why we launch. Launching means that you wait to open your shop and release each of your listings until each listing is fully optimized. This is opposed to the idea of gradually opening and working on your listing once it's already published and out in the world. There are multiple reasons why you should launch your shop and your listings and not just open your shop or just publish your listings and gradually work on making them the best that they can be. As I explained in the second video of this course, most shops will not launch. They will instead gradually open, which is a huge mistake. Let's dive back into the reasons Etsy may find your listing relevant to a shopper's search, and I'll explain why this is such a huge mistake. New shops and new listings have advantages in the algorithm. I'm going to say that again. New shops and new listings have advantages in the algorithm. Etsy tells us that they will not factor in your listing quality score or your experience score when you're a new shop or a new listing. This is so huge, but people don't understand it. What this means is that for a small period of time, when your shop is new and or your listing is new, you have the ability to compete with big shops with big sales and big 5-star reputations because Etsy doesn't count your LQS or your experience score against you. But in time, they will. And if you haven't leveraged your newness when you first opened during that time to build up your LQS, which you do by turning shoppers into buyers, and build up your experience score, which you do mostly by getting good reviews, then you're giving up a huge advantage and are creating a much tougher hill to climb for yourself as a new shop or a new listing. Then later when you come back to work on your shop to bring it up to speed to the place where it needed to be when you first opened, now you're not new. You've lost your advantages, and even though you may improve your SEO through titles and tags, or you may add some better photos, you're now on your own to have a listing quality score and an experience score that can compete with the market. And the market is fierce. One of my shops has over 6,000 5-star reviews at the time of this recording, and I have all-star listings that have grossed millions of dollars, and there are lots of other sellers who are very successful on Etsy with lots of proven listings. All is to say, the listing quality score on those proven listings is going to be through the roof because those listings convert and the Etsy machine knows that. But when you're new, Etsy throws you a bone and says, we don't really care. They're new and we're going to give them a shot. And if you do well when they give you that shot in the form of shop reviews, then you'll get more views. You do well when you have a listing that engages the Etsy shoppers. Engagement is being measured on your listing when it's just a new little baby listing, even from a new baby shop with no reputation to stand on. And we don't know how long they give you that shot. Furthermore, your LQS and your experience score are never given to you. These are just back-end metrics that Etsy has, and they keep them to themselves as to where your shop falls. So you see, once you've lost your newness, you've lost a great deal of control. So it's highly important to leverage your newness, take those boosts while you have them, and also take this opportunity to realize that where you need to focus as a new shop or a new listing is really clear. Location is out of our control. LQS and experience score are free or neutral for new shops. Recency is built into new listings because you're new, and translation is out of your control. So what's left is a focus on that first cut matching of your title, tags, attributes, and categories to the searches for which you want to be found, coupled with offering free shipping if possible, we'll talk about this, and focusing the rest of your time on making your listing highly engaging to create a strong history of engagement. How clarifying is this for a new shop or for any shop releasing a new listing? So, based on the Thaler test, the first cut, it's really easy to see why you should launch. It's almost a no-brainer. Simply don't give up your advantages. Now remember, Etsy's using machine learning to analyze your listing. Machine learning is the part of the algorithm that is personalizing search to each specific user or shopper. Now I've heard it said that we as sellers don't have any control over machine learning, that it's so specialized to each buyer's preferences that how can we possibly influence what happens in the machine learning component of the algorithm? Well, friends, not only can you influence what happens in the machine learning component of the algorithm, but you must influence it in order to drive your listing to make sales. Machine learning is driven by shopper engagement. The Etsy machine is constantly learning what listings to show shoppers based on their history of engagement with shops and listings. This means that we do have control over how our listings perform in this part of the algorithm based on how engaging our listing is. In the next lesson, we're going to talk all about engagement. What is it and how do we get it? And I'll be sharing my 6 rules of Etsy engagement for any shop or listing launch.